She has suffered with acne and some acne scarring and hyperpigmentation secondary to the acne that she's had for a few years. So she came in, had a consult, and then I made a plan for how to help her with the things that I named. So decrease breakouts, decrease recurrence of breakouts, minimize scarring, and then ultimately eradicate it, as well as improve her skin tone and texture and make it uniform and get rid of the hyperpigmentation. So we are 3 weeks out from her last facial slash chemical peel. So she had 3 consecutive facials and chemical peels over the course of a 3-week period. So we did it once a week for 3 weeks. We started out with kind of a low intensity superficial facial peel because she had never had a facial before. Did that. She did really well with it. Made some changes to her skincare regimen, and then a week later increased the intensity, did another one, and then did a third one. So that was about 3 weeks ago. So you will see before and after photos that we will publish, but you will also be able to go back to those videos and take a look at the progression that her skin has made. She is doing really great. She doesn't have on any makeup today, and one of the things that I brought to her attention was the texture and the tone of her skin has improved so much. It actually looks like she has on pressed powder, but she does not have any makeup on at all. So her skin is doing really well, and I'm really excited. So, and I know she is too.
Yes.
So today what we're going to do is we're going to continue on that journey of clarifying and brightening and minimizing the effects of aging in the elements by doing a Hydrafacial. So yay, we love Hydrafacial. And today I'm going to do a deluxe Hydrafacial, and I'll walk you through, and Simone through the process, because this will be her first Hydrafacial. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started. The Hydrafacial device is behind me. I don't know which camera angle you're looking at it from. So one of these angles you can actually see it. And first thing I'm going to do is turn the machine on. So it's on. It says Hydrafacial. You can see the containers within, and I will pick up the handpiece, and I will choose which handpiece I will start with. Hydrafacial uses a type of vacuum suction in order to cleanse and exfoliate the skin without injuring it, without causing excess injury or inflammation or irritation. So you can have a Hydrafacial any time of the day. You come in at lunchtime from work and then just go right back to work. If you want to, you can have a Hydrafacial before an event and come out tighter, brighter, and glowing. So it's a really great facial. So of the compounds that we start with, the first one is called Active 4. And that is basically where we start the cleansing process. The machine it's numbered in terms of its intensity and vacuum suction, and you'll see, or you may not be able to see, but there's a number 18 here. It starts at 1, but 18 is about where we start with everyone with the vacuum suction. And I'll turn it on. You'll hear a little bit of the suction, and I'll ask Simone just kind of, hey, how does it feel? And we'll get started. So Simone, are you excited about this? Are you ready?
Very excited.
Good.
It always looks so fancy, so now I get to experience the fancy.
All right, so I'm making sure that my canister is in and locked in place. Now I hear it. So it sounded like something wasn't hooked in where it was supposed to be, and this happens, so.
It's all right.
All right, here we go. Now I hear the suction.
It's happening.
And I feel better. Okay. So as you can see, a little bit of fluid comes into there. And then I'll begin. How does that feel, Simone?
Feels cool.
This is a wet treatment. This is a water or liquid or fluid based treatment, but it's not runny, and you don't come out drenched, but you can hear it.
It almost is like when you go to the dentist and you know how they put the water in and they suck it out with the little vacuum. Feels like that, but on my face.
Gotcha.
Very clean, extra clean.
Good. And what's happening is I'm cleansing that top layer of skin, all right? Getting rid of dirt and oil and dead and dry skin. And it's going into the tubing. And of course, I'll show you guys the canister at the end. The gunky that we've all heard about, that we all know and love.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I love taking a look at my Hydrafacial canister. I mean, as you can imagine or would expect, I have a pretty intricate and extensive skincare regimen. So I think you would think that my canister would look completely, quote, normal and just great and fabulous. It does not. It looks like I've never washed my face. And it's quite embarrassing. But, you know, I'm willing to take one for the team. I've definitely shown you guys my canister before. I've actually done a Hydrafacial for myself on video that if you haven't seen it, you know, go to the Instagram or Facebook pages and you can check those out. So as you can see, this gets in really good. Opens up those pores to get the gunk out. And then as we vacuum suction, it'll start to close them up. So no more dirt, oil, or dead skin can get in there and stay. And if you notice with this, I'm doing the same thing I do when I do any facial or skincare treatment. I come down below the chin, the neck, and jaw. So you don't wind up with a line of demarcation based on whatever treatment you've had or are having. You want everything to blend really nicely. So with Hydrafacial, like I said, you use the Hydrafacial arm, you switch your tips. Okay, so this first one was the one that you use for cleansing. The holes in it are a little bit larger, a little bit wider. As I switch to the next one, it can be a little bit more narrow. We can get a little further down into those pores, okay? This next solution is called Beta HD. It has glycolic and salicylic acid in it, okay? So again, continuing to exfoliate, but we also now want to kill surface bacteria, help prevent breakouts, help heal any breakouts that are actively going on. Whether or not you suffer from acne now or have in the past, it's still good to use a little bit of the salicylic acid, but I can use different products, but I usually use the glycolic acid and salicylic acid booster on just about everybody. There's different percentages of it. This is 7.5% glycolic acid and 2% salicylic. I can go up as high as 15 and even 30 on that glycolic. I'll tell you honestly, I rarely do that because I do so many other facials and peels. There's no need for me to go up that high with a Hydrafacial, but you can. And some providers do. That's fine. Nothing wrong with it. How's that feel, Simone?
Feels great.
This step sometimes will tingle a little bit due to the glycolic and salicylic acid. But it shouldn't be uncomfortable. And just kind of with each step and each stroke, your skin and your face should feel much cleaner.
Feel lighter already. It also feels like a massage. Like the motion feels like it's also relaxing my face muscle.
Good. And she would be able to relax more if I would shut up.
It's like listening to a podcast.
Yeah, we don't. When you come in here, we don't have a lot of quiet time. We have quality time, but we don't have a ton of quiet time.
Quality over quiet, always.
All right. So for this next step, what you'll see me do is I will take this, it'll look like I'm taking the handle apart. I will open it up here, take this gray piece out, and this is when and where we put the booster canisters. So you hear me talk about brightening solutions or using something other than the glycolic and salicylic acid. Now what I will do is I will pick a booster that I want to use on her skin, okay? And the booster that I'm going to use, the first one I'm going to use is Glytone, okay? And this has a mix of several natural ingredients that help to brighten the skin and help with the complexion, okay?
Ooh.
How's that feel?
Good. It's like sucking everything.
And I did turn the suction up. And you may notice that she's getting some redness in certain areas. That's expected, and that's good inflammation. We're triggering that on purpose, and that will improve as we go along. And I always shake these to make sure I haven't used the whole canister and see if I need to switch it out. What were you going to say, Simone?
I was going to say, this is going to be the cleanest I've ever been in my life.
It definitely feels like it. You can tell. I envy you getting this Hydrafacial right now, to be honest. As always, if you have questions, it's great to put them in the comment section, but I can't always see everything. So put it in the direct messages and I will answer at the end.
This seems like, oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I'll ask a little trivia question.
Uh-oh, I'm scared.
Does anybody out there that's watching know exactly what's in the Glytone booster? There are several boosters, and like I said, this one has all natural ingredients. So the first person to tell me what's in the Glytone booster will get a free face mask. Now again, put it in the direct messages, and the first one I see, I will do a screenshot. I will show you guys who it is, and you win a free face mask. That's it. So now you got time to look it up, and now you just have to be first.
Easy competition.
I feel like that's pretty easy.
It is. It definitely is. Give us the answer.
Just give us the answer.
Give us the answer.
That's it. Just engage with us. We don't need that much. Just, just need a little attention, a little love. What I'm doing now is, in those first 3 steps that I did, I used quite a few acids or acid-like compounds. So I'm actually just cleaning out the system. And during this next part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the LED light on Simone. And I'm going to use it on a combination of the red light and the blue light. And it's going to be pulsed. And I'm going to use that one to kill surface bacteria and try to prevent further breakouts. And then the red light helps to decrease and minimize inflammation. So you'll see me set it up, but then I have to put it on a timer, which is going to be boring. So this is pretty much what you got of the Hydrafacial. And then what we'll do is we will post other videos and photos of just kind of the finished product. But you can see me now hook up the LED device. So the one that I am using here, I'm going to bring it over, is the Soluma Face. You guys have seen me talk about this, and you've seen it advertised other places, and I'm sure there's other offices that have one. But what it does, I'm not going to do it yet, Simone, but it kind of goes over like this, okay? But before I do that, LED light is very bright. It won't affect your vision, but because it's so bright, it could hurt your eyes. So you want to keep your eyes closed during it. And most people try to, but they're curious. So what I do before I put it on is I take 2 little 2x2s, I put them here, and there's a fan on somewhere that's gonna keep blowing that probably. I'm gonna grab the goggles, which I didn't get before we set up the cameras, so sorry for me blocking it. And then I'm just gonna put these on. Okay, now you can lift your head a little. And they do not have to be tight. How does that feel?
Perfect.
Okay. All right. And now I'm gonna put the
light.
The light
Give me the
on.
light. Just give me the light.
There you go. I love it when people sing to me and with me. Okay. So Simone, how does that feel? Does it feel weird? Do you feel claustrophobic? Or...
No.
Okay.
I feel cozy.
Good. I'm gonna just make some adjustments here. And this is a device that you could also use at home. I have one at home. And what I like to do is make sure that I get really good coverage, especially the areas that I've treated and the areas where there are issues and concerns. So you can adjust it. So then you just plug it in. So I've got the plug here. And this white thing that you saw me with. And this is a good demo if you ever decide to buy one. If you want to buy one, let me know. But this is literally how it works. This is the pad for where I would turn it on. I choose the mood. Okay, I'm choosing acne. I'm choosing for it to pulse. All right, and okay, start. And you should see where that light came on. If you don't, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dim the lights in this room just so you can see. So you should be able to see now that LED light is on. Simone, do you feel any heat or anything?
No, I don't feel heat at all.
All right. And you don't feel kind of claustrophobic or uncomfortable or anything?
Nope, not
all right.
at all.
Perfect. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to put a timer on, and so